Hi, my name is Vijay Chandu. I'm from CSM branch, and my tech talk topic is division and square root, choosing the right implementation. So, so here is the introduction. Floating point support has became a mandatory feature of new microprocessor due to the prevalence of business, technical, and recreational applications that use these operations. Spreadsheets, CAD tools, and games, for instance, typically feature floating point index code. Over the past few years, the leading architectures have incorporated several generations of floating point uh, units. However, while addition and multiplication implementation has become increasingly effective, support for division and square root has remained uneven. The design community has reached no consensus on the type of algorithm to use for these two functions, and quality and performance of the implementation vary widely. The situation originates in skepticism about the importance of division and square root and an insufficient understanding of the design alternatives. Design and square root been have long been considered minor, bothersome members of floating point family. Microprocessor designers frequently perceive them as infrequent, low priority operations, barely worth the trouble of implementing. They allocate design effort and chip resources accordingly. The survey of microprocessor FPU performance in Table 1 shows some of the uneven results of this philosophy. While multiplication requires from 2 to 5 machine cycles, division latencies range from 9 to 60. The variation is even greater for square root, with several of the designs listed to do not support in hardware. So add multiply configurations. Add multiply configurations, add multiply circuits are the foundation of any FPU. Addition, which subsums, subtraction, and multiplication are not only the most frequently occurring arithmetic operations, but together they can support all other operations required by IEEE 754 floating point standard. We can regard all other functions, including division and square root, as additions or enhancement of the add multiply hardware. For these reasons, the implementation of addition and multiplication largely determines the overall performance of an FPU. So, arithmetic performance of so here is the table for arithmetic performance of recent processor FPUs for double precision operands. So here is the design and cycle times and latencies. Next, design issues. Given the add multiply infrastructure, there are many ways to incorporate division and square root functionality into an FPU. The following is a brief introduction to the major design decision, which we will explore in greater detail in subsequent sections. The primary issues fall into four categories: algorithm, issue rate, connectivity, replication. So algorithm, the choice of divide or square root algorithm is by far the most important design decision. It involves a series of smaller decisions, and once made, largely determines the subsequent range of choices and the area and performance of the implementation in general. An issue rate, second issue. Although some chips execute floating point instructions strictly in series, many of the most recent microprocessors can issue up to two floating point instructions per cycle. Therefore, the next issue worthy of attention is the impact of floating point issue rate on the efficiency of divide or square root implementation. Third one is connectivity. Closely related to issue rate is the manner in which the divide or square root hardware interfaces with the rest of the FPU, either with independent access to the register file or coupled to or integrated with one of the other functional units. And fourth one is replication. Finally, it is becoming more common for microprocessor to duplicate floating point functional units, including the divide square root hardware. The performance and the area effects of such replication deserve closer consideration. So simulation next. To provide a uniform quantitative foundation for the analysis of the design trades-off, we implemented an FPU level simulator that executes a benchmark based on given rotation. Given an FPU configuration, including its structure and performance on individual operations, the simulator calculates the number of cycles required to transfer an arbitrary matrix into triangular form using given rotations. The simulations use a standard set of test matrices ranging in size from 10 by 10 or elements to 200 by 10 elements. We choose the given rotations algorithm because it is rich in divide and square root operations, and because it is a real program with important numerical precisions. The primary task of the many scientific program is the solution of partial differential equations. They also feature prominently in signal processing algorithm and the rotation and projection algorithm common in graphics and solid modeling use similar combinations of operation. Divide or square root algorithms. So multiplicative techniques. So first one is Newton-Raphson method, an algorithm with a long history. The Newton-Raphson method has been implemented in many machines, including the IBM RS for 6000 series. To find A by B, set the seed value to X to an estimate of 1 by B and iterate over. So here is the formula for the implementation. And second algorithm is Goldschmidt's algorithm. Recent implementation of the algorithm 11 have included the Sun, SuperSpark, and arithmetic coprocessor from Texas Instruments to compute. So here we given a formula. So we need to follow the given steps and given values for this algorithm. And here is a block diagram for the multiplier modified for Goldschmidt's algorithm. So next one is connectivity. In an FPU with a dual issue independent add multiply configuration, there are several ways to connect subtractive divide square root hardware. We can either package divide or square root circuitry as an independent functional unit, as in Sun UltraSpark. Share ports with the adder as in the DAC, or share ports with the multiplier as in the MIPS. Figure 5 illustrates the possible configurations. Each of these implementation computes division and square root concurrently with other FPU operations. However, certain configurations lead to contentation for shared in and or outputs. Multiplicative or divide or square root hardware is always integrated with the multiplier, so the connectivity issue is moved for those type of implementations. Sharing subtractive or divide or square root unit ports with a multiply accumulate unit is equivalent to single issue FPU, a case we have already covered. So next one is replication. Several microprocessor manufacturers have recently attempted to boost numerical performances by replicating floating point functional units. The IBM RS 6000 series, Power 2, and MIPS R8000 feature dual multiply accumulate units, and the MIPS R10000 couples its independent multiplier with two other units for divide and square root. The HP FPU consists of two multiply accumulate units and two divide or square root units. Increasingly, compact technology and higher maximum issue rates facilitate this trend. There are also many different ways to replicate floating point functionality and connect with the rest of the systems. For processors with FPU organized as a single, atomic pipelines of blocks such as the PowerPC and IBM RS600 series, the most natural alternative is to replicate the entire unit. Decoupled superscalar designs like the Intel Premium Pro and Sun SuperSpark are the most at liberty to add individual units, such as an extra divider square root unit. So this is my PPT. Thank you.